Hello my dear friends. So today we'll discuss the next problem in electromagnetic waves. So first we go for the question and then next we will go for the solution. So first I will read the question and then explain the terms and then find the answer, right? So electromagnetic waves travel in a medium at a speed of 2 into 10 to the power of 8 meters second minus 1. So first they given the speed of electromagnetic waves. The main thing is that electromagnetic wave is traveling medium. So medium means it travel from one place to another. Maybe for example it is a light means it's travel from one place to another place, or some energy transfer from one place to another place. That's a use of the medium. So here electromagnetic wave travel from one place to another place with the speed of 2 into 10 to the power of 8 meters second minus 1. Then the next term they given that relative permeability of the medium is 1. So next thing they are given the relative permeability. For that we need to first discuss what is permeability. So here the permeability in electromagnetism is the measure of magnetization that a material obtains in the response to applied magnetic field. So once you apply the magnetic field, how much the material responds to that field. Okay, so the response, how much response the material got you once you applied that magnetic field, that is called as permeability. Okay, so that is called as permeability. So for that they are using the symbol as mu. This is the symbol they are using. What is the symbol? Mu. So first this term was coined in the way back in the year of September 1885 by Oliver Heaviside. Okay, that's a scientist. That was a scientist name. He was established that term, the permeability term, in the year of 1885. So the SI unit for this permeability is Henry per meter. Okay, this is a unit of this is the SI unit of permeability. So that is called as mu. So here we are using relative permeability. So what is meant by relative permeability? So the relative permeability is a dimensionless quantity. So there is no unit. So dimensionless quantity means there is no unit for relative permeability. So that means it is the ratio of two quantities, the ratio of two quantities with same units. Okay, two quantities with same units. So that's why we are saying relative permeability with no unit, because they are using the same units. So that's why we have said that the relative permeability has no unit simply. So what is the symbol for permeability? Mu. So relative permeability means the symbol is here. This is mu r. So the mu r is called as relative permeability. This is a mu r. So this mu r knows for relative permeability. R stands for a relative permeability, that is equal to two quantities. So one is mu, another one is mu naught. So simply you can say that it's a ratio between mu and mu naught. What is mu? Mu means permeability in medium. So here mu naught means permeability in free space. What is meant by free space? Free space means that region that has no gravitational and electromagnetic field. That region is known as free space, or sometimes it is called as vacuum. Okay, so it is comes from classical free electron theory. This term free space comes from classical free electron theory. So simply you can say that mu r, that is equal to mu by mu naught. So simply relative permeability is the ratio between permeability and permeability in free space. Okay, that value is given in this question. Okay, the value is given in this question. So here that value is given here, you see. So the relative permeability of the medium is 1. So that means the relative permeability means what? That's a ratio between mu and mu naught. So what they are asking, find relative permittivity. So now they are asking relative permeability. So what is meant by relative, they are asking relative permittivity, right? So relative permittivity, not permeability. They are given the value of relative permeability. They are asking the value of relative permittivity. So what is meant by relative permittivity? That means that will be answer. What is the answer is there in the question. So permittivity, that is means permits. So how much energy, okay, how much energy stored in the material, okay. So simply the permittivity means measures the ability of a material to store energy within the material. So energy, how much energy stored in the material, that is called as permittivity. So here similarly for this is a relative permeability, here this is relative permittivity. So here we are using the symbol for epsilon for permittivity. So what is meant by permittivity? Energy stored, how much energy stored in that material. So for permeability, how much response once you apply the magnetic field that got from that material is known as permeability, right? So here similarly epsilon r means relative permittivity, that is equal to epsilon by epsilon naught. So this is a permittivity, this is permittivity in free space. Both mu naught and epsilon naught as a constant values. So already discussed yesterday in one question. So permittivity constant value is 8.85 into 10 to the power of minus 12 c squared n minus 1 m minus 2. So here the permeability constant and permittivity constant will be, both are constant having some values. So here permeability constant value is mu naught, that is 4 pi into 10 to the power of minus 7 TMA minus 1. So now we have discussed all the terms relative to the question. So now you must have understood what is mean by relative permeability and relative permittivity. I hope you understand these terms, right? So now we will go for the solution. So first you go for a solution. What they given? First they are given the speed of electromagnetic waves travel in a medium, that is very important, travel in a medium. So for that, from the properties of electromagnetic waves, the speed of electromagnetic in the medium is given by v, that is speed v, that is equal to 1 divided by, so already I am saying that a medium means it travel from one place to another place, that is called as permittivity in medium. So we know the three terms, one is mu, another one is mu naught, another one is mu r. So mu r means relative permeability, mu means permittivity in medium, permeability in medium, mu naught means permeability in free space. So here we are using medium, that's why v is equal to 1 divided by root of mu into epsilon. So 1 by mu root of mu into epsilon, because we are using here as a medium. So this is a relative permeability, this is a relative permittivity. Already I explained clearly what is relative permeability and what is relative permittivity. So mu r, that is equal to mu divided by epsilon naught, epsilon r, that is equal to epsilon by epsilon naught. So here we have the value of 1 divided by root of mu by epsilon. So from this relation we can find out that value of mu. So that is mu, that is cross multiplied with the mu r. So the mu, that is equal to mu naught into mu r. So similarly epsilon, that is equal to epsilon naught into epsilon r. So once you substituted, so 1 divided by root of mu, that is equal to mu r into mu naught, and epsilon, that is equal to epsilon r into epsilon naught. So similarly here next step is equal to these are the terms, but only the mu naught and epsilon naught are the constant terms, right? So mu naught means that is in free space, permeability in free space, epsilon naught, that is equal to permittivity in free space. So a constant term I will separate it from those equations. So here I will split it. So this is a constant term, 1 divided by root of mu naught into epsilon naught, and next 1 divided by root of mu r into epsilon r. These are the relative permeability and relative permittivity. So here similarly here we are writing speed of electromagnetic wave in medium, 1 divided by root of mu into epsilon. Here what we got, 1 divided by root of mu naught into epsilon naught. Similarly, but mu replaced as mu naught, epsilon replaced as a epsilon naught. So that means naught means it's represented in free space. So that means speed of electromagnetic wave in vacuum or free space, that is c is equal to 1 divided by root of mu naught into epsilon naught. So the above equation 1 by root of mu naught epsilon naught replaced as a c. So that is speed of electromagnetic wave in vacuum. You must understand what is the medium they are using. It is either vacuum or it is either medium. So vacuum means you need to write 1 divided by root of mu naught epsilon naught. Free space means you need to change mu naught is equal to mu and epsilon naught is equal to epsilon. So already explained clearly about these terms in the start of this question, right? So here 1 divided by root of mu naught into epsilon naught is c. What are the balance term? So already I have a 1 divided by root of mu r into epsilon naught. So c divided by root of mu r into epsilon r. So what we are looking for? We are looking for relative, here we are looking for relative permittivity. So which term belongs to that relative permittivity from this? So this one, epsilon. So epsilon r is called as relative permittivity. So you need to find out the value of relative permittivity. So here V is equal to C divided by root of mu r into epsilon r. I will take the square root on both this equation. Why I am taking the square means I need to remove the root. So that's why I am taken square root. So square root means V squared, C becomes C squared divided by root will be cancelled. So what are the final result? V squared, that is equal to C squared divided by mu r into epsilon r. So hence what we are looking for? We are looking for relative permittivity. So epsilon r, so that is goes to opposite side, then that V squared multiplied with come as a divided by C squared, right? So what will happen? So epsilon r goes to that side, V squared comes with this side. So it goes to numerator, it comes with denominator, okay? So what is the term? So epsilon r, that is equal to C squared divided by mu r into V squared, because I need to find out the value of epsilon r. So that's why I will take that epsilon r goes to opposite side, then V squared taken into other side. So what is the result? Epsilon r, that is equal to C squared mu r into V squared. So what is meant by C? Speed of light. So you know the constant value. What is the speed of light? So 3 into 10 to the power of 8, okay, whole square divided by mu r. Already they are given. What is mu r? Relative permeability. So the relative permeability of the medium is given in that question. So relative permeability of the medium is 1. So you just substitute the value of 1, and B is also given, that speed of electromagnetic wave in the medium, that is 2 into 10 to the power of 8. So just whole square. So what is the final result? So the relative permittivity, that is equal to 2.25. The relative permeability has no dimension. So that's why they are saying that there will be no unit for relative permittivity. So the epsilon r, that is equal to 2.25. So I hope you understand this question and answer also. We will meet on next question tomorrow. Thank you so much.